Good morning. I am Dr. Arnachalam. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to see something about research problem. Before going for that, we will see what is research. Research is the endless quest for knowledge or unending search for truth. So according to George Mowley, a systematic and scholarly application of the scientific method is called research. So research is the process of arriving at dependable solution to a problem in a planned and systematic way in collection of data and analysis of data, then interpretation of the data. Now we'll see what is a research problem. So a research problem should be a well-defined one. You might have known the adage, a problem well-defined is a problem half solved. So according to Albert Einstein, the formulation of a problem is often essential for its solution. So a research problem should be defined clearly. So how can he get this problem? So the researcher, he may face so many difficulties in the theoretical and practical situations in their life. So for something he may want to get the solution also. So that will be the research problem. Now steps in identifying the research problem. So first one is determining the field of research. Here he should decide the area of research in which he has to do the research. So next one is develop mastery on the areas. So in that area he should have specialization. The third one is he should go for review of researchers. Review of researchers may be collected from the past researchers, that is the dissertations or survey book or abstracts of the various journals. Then we can go for some other encyclopedia also. Then fourth one is consider the priority field of study. Here you should understand which one is more important nowadays. So then you have to decide the title. Then fifth one is draw an analogy or insight in identifying the problem. That is, you have to apply your own intuition or your own personal experience in the research problem. Then only you can identify it correctly. Then last one is pinpoint the specific aspect of the problem. You have to decide on which aspect you are going to do the research. You have to decide the aspect of the problem. Next, we'll see the sources of problem. As you know, we are all teachers, so the main sources of problem rise from the classroom. So the first one is, first and foremost place is the classroom, then the school, then the home, then community and other agencies of education. Then second one is social development and technological changes. As we all know, during this pandemic period, we shifted our education from offline to online mode. So at that time, we are in need of technological development. So like that, we may face so many problems on that time. So here you have to concentrate on the sociological changes and technological changes. The third one is record of previous research. So previous research, here also we are going for the suggestions given at the dissertations and previous survey books and encyclopedia, then abstracts from the various journals. You can take it as a record and you can analyze all these things. Then fourth one is discussions. So discussions in the seminars or classroom discussions or in the forums, you can get some problem areas. Then questioning attitude. The researcher should have a questioning attitude that will raise his interest and it will arouse the interest of others also. Then consultation. Consultation here with the experts or with the research supervisor or his guide or the course instructor for which you are going to do the research or from your senior scholar. You can get the idea. These are the sources of the problem. Next is criteria of a good research problem. How it should be. The problem should be novel one. So it should be a new one to the area. Then second one is it should be an interesting one. Then only everybody will be ready to read your research and everybody will contribute to your research. Then importance. Then the area of research should be important to the society. Next is feasibility or amenability or suitability. That should be suitable to your area or locality. Then availability of data. That is also another important one. You have to analyze on the basis of the collected data only. So you have to concentrate on the availability of data. Then availability of cooperation. So cooperation from the government side or non-government side, also NGOs, these are all very important for the completion of your research. Then availability of guidance. So guidance here from your research supervisor, then from your experts, then your co-scholars, from your seniors, then from the sample people. So like that you have to get guidance from all the aspect that will be useful for your research. Then availability of other facilities, that is time and cost, a very big constraint for all the researchers. So you have to complete that within the stipulated time, and it should be at a reasonable cost. Then immediate application. So the research recommendations or the research findings should be applied immediately, then only there will be useful for the research outcome. Then aims of research, that is very important, for what purpose you are doing the research. Then level of research, here you have to decide for which level you are going to do the research. Then experience and creativity, here the experience and creativity of the researcher is also a part in the selection of a good problem. Then courage and confidence, here courage and confidence of the researcher, it is also an important part of the research problem. Next, how can we formulate and state the problem? The problem may be stated in both the ways, that is in the form of questions or in the form of declarative statements. So you can pose this in the form of question. For example, emotional maturity of the student and stress. We take it as a problem area. It can be stated in the questioning form as, what factors of emotional maturity are related to the examination stress related to the 10th standard students? And it can be stated in the declarative form, a study of relationship between the emotional maturity and examination stress level of 10th standard student. So it can be stated either in the questioning form or in the declarative form or statement form. Then delimiting the problems. So you can't delimit your problem because you can't you can't cover all the areas of the problem. You are constrained to your time and cost. So you have to delimit the problem. So you can delimit the variables. Then you can delimit the area or level. That is, area means here locality, or the level. Level means whether primary level or secondary level or collegiate level. Like that you have to limit that. Then the size of the sample, that should be depend upon the population. You can reduce the size of the sample. Then method of research, here there are so many methods are available. You have to delimit which method you are going to follow. Then measuring instruments or tools of the research, here you can select either standardized tool or non-standardized tool. You have to take which one for your research, that you have to decide it now. Then research techniques of research, that is statistical techniques you are going to apply for your research, that also you have to decide, the descriptive or inferential. And in both the ways we can select some of the descriptive and some of the inferential statistics. So what are all the statistical appliances you are going to do in your research, that you have to decide. And apart from that, other delimitation, that depends upon your own research. So according to that, you have to delimit your problem, you have to define your problem well, and you decide the area, and then you delimit the problem, you select your particular aspect of the problem. That will be useful for your research. Thank you.